Hi, I am Faith. I'm a ranger here at Cuyahoga Valley National Park. Today I have the Nocturnal Animals pop-up out. So the essential theme question for this pop-up is, what responsibility do humans hold in impacting or not impacting the ecosystem as a whole? So the goal for this pop-up is to inform visitors about different nocturnal animals that live within Cuyahoga Valley National Park, offering ways to help those nocturnal animals and decreasing fear of nocturnal animals. A lot of people tend to be afraid of the nighttime, so hopefully by getting this information out, people will be a little less afraid. So our very beginning dialogic question is, what is something that you're good at? So this is a great way to engage with visitors immediately at the beginning of the pop-up. Asking what they're good at is a really great way to transition into what these specific animals are good at. So each animal has their own little fact sheet. We have the owl, the raccoon, the bat, the moth, the skunk, and the salamander. So for the owl, we have a little puppet here. A little ball is actually a really great way to get people thinking. So in proportion, an owl's skull has a very, very large eyeball. So if our eyes were the same proportion as an owl's eyes to skull, this would be the size of a human eye. And then each of the fact sheets for each of these animals also has a dialogic question at the bottom of it. So for example, the salamander's question is, what is the farthest you've ever traveled? Because salamanders are an animal that travel in the nighttime. We have at the very end an open sort activity. So we encourage visitors to come up and look at all the different animals that we have out on these little magnetic sheets, and they can choose to sort it in any way that they'd like. So a lot of the options people tend to sort by are mammals, not mammals, animals that fly, animals that don't fly, or nocturnal versus diurnal animals. So that's a fun little activity to get people engaged and thinking. Then we have some sheets about how to help nocturnal animals. So there's a bunch of different opportunities there, so you can challenge people to think of what they would be willing to do to help nocturnal animals. We have print-offs on how to build a bat box with all of the materials necessary and a step-by-step how to build them. And then we end the entire pop-up with challenging our visitors. So we challenge them saying that now you have learned more about these nocturnal animals, try exploring the nighttime in your yard, neighborhood, or local parks, making sure to check signage and areas of operation for these parks, asking them to find what animals they can see and what animals they can hear now that they've learned a little bit more. So that all wraps back together into making sure that people are more informed about these animals, a little less afraid of these animals, and meeting that essential theme question of, what responsibility do humans hold in impacting or not impacting the ecosystem as a whole?